Hey guys, it's Erin. Have a quick video for you all. I just got done with yoga class, and there was a woman in there that said some crazy things to me when she found out like what I'm doing for work, and it really upset me. And she said that she thought that I was possessed by a demon, that I had like a demonic episode, that's what this was all about. And it's like, it didn't make any sense to me at all. And it was right before I was getting ready to launch this Earth Healer movement, and I was super stressed out, and it just like, I guess it kind of like helped me in a way, because it made me more like determined to get the message out and to, I'm hearing, combat that type of personality, the judgment, the preconceived notions about what an atheist is, or what somebody that hears messages from spirit, like what type of person that is, or what that's all about. Like, people don't know, they don't understand it, they don't get it. And I didn't get it either. I mean, this happened to me like recently. Like, this isn't something I was born with or had for a long time. This is new, this is recent. So I understand that, but it's like, to have somebody say that to me directly when they don't know anything about me, and they just overhear a conversation that I'm having with somebody else that she prompted by asking me what I do for a living, but then she walked away. And it was about spirituality, and I said nothing that was like in a negative connotation, and I'm a nice person, and I'm just like dedicated to my yoga practice and going there, and she's seen me there and she's talked to me before. And it's like, I could tell, like, I was always very open and kind to her, and she was very like rigid in a way. And like, I read people so well, and I told her that, like, I can read, like, because I don't know, it's from experience, and it's also my spirituality, that I can really like talk to somebody and figure them out pretty quickly. And that's a gift of mine now. Like, I have that wisdom, I have that experience, that life experience, that spiritual connection of listening and opening up my consciousness, where I'm trying to like assess a situation, and that's just from my upbringing. But that's how I became spiritually evolved. It's because I look at the things that aren't said, the signs, the body language, the face, it's like a baby. When a baby is trying to get a feel about how they feel about somebody, and they can't talk, they can't express themselves, they use like, they only use the languages that they understand, and they're always trying to look at somebody's face and face expressions and how they move and how they are, so they can assess like whether they like the person or not. And we all have that in us. We were all babies, we were all like that. We were all studying people. That's like, when we're children, we're studying what is going on around us. Like, what is this vehicle? Why is it moving? Like, these babies, these children, these toddlers, these children are like always assessing situations and people. And it's like, that's how they get their personality. That's how they get their structure of the world, by observation. And so we all have that within us. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock right there. Let me just show you that. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I have this like spiritual gift that I'm trying to embrace, that it's developed over time, and it's developing more and more. And I noticed it in this instant when I was talking to this lady. Like, I was fine when she approached me and she said she wanted to talk to me. Like, I knew that she was going to apologize or say something. Like, I don't know, but I was optimistic that she was going to apologize to me, because I had spoke to God after she criticized me and said that I had a demonic episode. And I asked God to talk to her and show her that I'm real, because she said that she had a religious upbringing. That's what she said at the time. So then when I was talking to her and she apologized, I became really emotional, and I was letting her know like how upset I was by what she said. Because if she really cared that she upset me and she was apologetic for hurting my feelings, then she would want to listen to what I had to say and feel some empathy towards me. But I still felt this like coldness and rigidness. Like, I was like crying. I was like a little bit, and I was like, my whole body was shaking, and I was pointing that out to her. Like, I was like, okay, this doesn't normally, because when I was trying to talk to her at first, I was like the words were trying to come out, but it was like shaky. It was like crying. Like, it was like my whole body was like shaking. Like, you're really upset. But I was like calm. Like, that's what happens. And like, I was like in observation of myself. Like, this is weird. Like, I was talking to her too, like saying, you know, this doesn't happen to me. Like, look at me. Like, my voice was shaking, and my whole body, and I was saying it with a face, with a calmness, with not like, I was like in a crying state. I was like, this doesn't happen to me normally. Like, this is crazy. Like, my whole body is shaking. Do you see me? Do you see my hands are shaking? My whole body was shaking. And I was like, I know that this is the Holy Spirit right now trying to show you that I'm real. Do you understand that I can't fake this? Like, I can't fake myself shaking. I can't fake myself crying. Like, I can't fake this. This is the Holy Spirit trying to show you that I'm real. And I talked to him after and told him to let you know that I'm real, and that, like, to show you that I'm real. And I didn't tell her this, but I said, like, I want her to come to apologize to me. So I know that you talked to her. So it was all like in alignment, but it was also like God was using me to teach her a lesson. It was like, even through that talking to that just happened today, I said, well, I want you to not judge people. Don't judge people like that. Learn from this. Like, that was God wanting me to tell her all of that, and to make her feel and understand that she hurt me. And then she still was the same. Like, her face expression, her demeanor was so fake and phony. And I told her that. I'm like, you know, like I just see this like false mask of like this insincere apology of like this fake smile and fakeness. It doesn't seem real. Like, you're not in connection with me. You're not like I feel like this apology was for yourself, but it wasn't for me. Like, you don't really connect with me. Like, you're not, like, you don't really care that how much you hurt me, and that what you did, like this, because at first when I started shaking and stuff, when I started getting upset in the very beginning, is when I was telling her, like, you don't understand, like, the impact that you had on this whole like movement. This is like God's will. This is like, I changed my whole life around to serve humanity. This was like huge, and you were like a devil spirit that tried to interfere with God's work through me. Like, that's what I got from it, was that you are the one that was the devil trying to impede on my good work towards humanity. Like, you were trying to intercept, like trying to stop what was happening for the betterment of humanity. And that's what I got, was that God wanted me to let her know how serious that He was about me and my movement and what I was doing and protecting me, guarding me, and was really upset with her for her actions, and was trying to use me to let her know that. So it's almost like I know better. Like, I know, like, not to get upset, or not to get emotional, or not to try to you know, in all my like training of my mind and my spirit and everything, is to have control over my emotions and my body and myself. But when you get the Holy Spirit like taking over, God takes over and says, and it's like in your it's like your subconscious mind knows that even before you do, before you're conscious. It's a crazy thing, dude. It's like, it's so hard to explain. It's not like something's entering my body and taking it over. It's like your subconscious is taking over your body and your voice. When your consciousness is like, wait, what are we doing? We're not doing that. It's the weirdest thing. It's like you're so like zen and calm and like fun and happy, and it is a weird thing. So I understand like how people can think it's really strange. And I even feel like it's really strange. Like I'm kind of like having an out of body experience at those moments. Like, what am I doing right now? Like, why is this happening? Like, I don't even have control. It's like when you start crying, you don't have control over that. It's like an emotional outlet. It's like you don't have control. So God uses your emotions and your body tics that's what I'm getting right now. So, because think of it, like, scientists can't, like, understand or predict your emotions or your body movements that are like crying or shaking, or your voice quivering, or like your emotional things that are connected with your body. So that is like spirit. Like when I have my spiritual channeling and stuff, when I didn't even know what all those things were, I didn't even know that I was doing them until I saw my videos, and orbs and stuff like that. Like those are, and like itching, like when I get itches and stuff like that. Okay, so you guys don't know me off camera, so you don't know that I don't do those things. But I notice it. Like I notice now because I've watched other like tarot readers and psychic type people channeling, and I can tell that they're real because they're doing those same things that I do. And I know what that's all about. So it's like, that's why we can tell, and we can tell by how we're talking and what we're saying and the messages and all of that. I don't know if I should start doing tarot reading, but I don't, it's like I keep learning so much that I don't know if that's the right move for me. But it might like clear up my spiritual knowing with people. I don't know, but that's what I'm getting right now. My eyes like watering right here. But some of the tics that I get is like putting my lips together like this and going with my fingers like this, and then itching, like your nose itches super bad, or like your face or somewhere, or your head. And what else? I'm getting like itchier here. And then also like your eyes like kind of like look off to different directions, like when you're talking, and like and then I also do this. I do this. I don't know. And then I hold my crystal. Those are just some kind of things that happen when I'm channeling that I don't normally do otherwise. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So that's what I know about that. And it's crazy when I try to speak up for myself and God is using me displaying some like emotional or physical thing to somebody else, and it's like embarrassing. It's like it's very like, so if you're not spiritually awakened, you would feel like very insecure and embarrassed, and like I am a little bit, because like I'm like, okay, great, now, because after that happened, I changed real quick. Like I completely stopped that vulnerable place that I was in, and I stopped it because I was reading her body language, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm being completely open and vulnerable. I'm like on the verge of like crying, and I'm like shaking, and my voice is quivering, and you haven't, like, your whole body, I can read energies, and your body is just like, and your face is just like, so I can read you, and I feel like you're not connected to me. It's not sincere. Like, I can't. She's like, well, I want you to accept my apology. Like, because I was saying, it's like, you don't think I'm real. Like, I know that God is doing this right now to show you that I'm real, to show you that this is real. And she said, oh yeah, I believe that you're real. And I like didn't know how to receive that. I didn't know, because I'm like, okay, your face and your body doesn't, language and everything doesn't match your words. So it's like hard for me to really take in that apology and believe you, because there's something going on within you. And like, you could tell I'm open and vulnerable and like being real. But with her, it was like this fake like smile and rigidness that I couldn't like get any emotions. And it's like afterwards, when I was thinking about it, it's like I'm thinking, well, some people just can't be open like that. Like, they're not in touch with their emotions. They're so like shut down that it's hard for them. It's hard for them to, they can't just all of a sudden like change. So it's gonna take time. It takes time for people to open up and to receive and to understand. And you can't like expect it all at once. You have to take that little piece of what they give you as a stepping stone of change, and not like dismiss their willingness and openness to apologize. So I said, I appreciate your apology and thank you. But I was saying it very cold-heartedly because I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the apology at all. And I let her know that. So maybe that's something she needed to hear to work on herself and she even said, well, you can't see on my face because I have a lot of wrinkles. And it's like, and then I was thinking about that after, because I was like, that's like such a cop-out. That's such like that's not funny. That's not like, that's an excuse. That's not like your wrinkles have nothing to do with a sincere apology. It's just like, that's so, I didn't take that very well. I was just like, It's like, that shows me that she has insecurities about herself, that she's not in touch with who she is, and she needs to work on herself. And that's what I told her, is like, I got that you have demons in you that you need to work on. There's something like going on with you that you need to work on. And maybe it's from your religious upbringing or whatever. And she said, I didn't have a religious upbringing. She said, no, I didn't have a religious upbringing. And then that day, she said that it was because of her religious upbringing. So it's like 2 and 2 don't make 4 here. Like, what is going on? Like, you just lied to me then. So now you're showing yourself. You're showing that you have insecurities, and you're showing that you're a liar, and that you're being fake, and that you're not open. So that's what I see. That's what I see. And I can look at myself and know myself from my videos and my openness and my vulnerability and my connection with spirit, like my encounter with spirit, my whole awakening, my whole journey, my whole life. I know myself. I know my path. I know when I've had moments like that where God uses my body and my voice outside of myself, it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. And I have an inner knowing that it's right at the time that it's happening. That I have free will, that I could stop it. Like I can stop my voice, I can shut myself down. But that's not being true to who I am and speaking out and speaking up for myself. And that's part of my spiritual awakening, is to be in touch with all of me. My feminine side, my masculine side, to put up boundaries, to protect myself, to use my voice for righteousness, to spread truth and love and heal other people. So it might seem harsh at the time, but maybe somebody will hear my voice in their head and think about what I say once I leave that situation, and maybe that will impact their life in such a big way that it will create change and great things happening in their life. It's like a wake-up call. Like you just got some important piece of knowledge from a chosen one. Like that is stuff that people wish that they could encounter a chosen one and get some piece of advice on how to change their life and make their life better. So yes, it may come off harsh and direct and piercing to your heart, but it's for your own good. It's like a parent teaching a child right from wrong. It's like if they run out into the street, you gotta grab them and like say, hey, stop. Like yell, like let that child hear and feel how severe that was to their safety. That their mom cares about them and wants to protect them and is their safety net. That they're not yelling at them because of that they don't love them. It's because they love them so much that they want to help them and heal them. And so for me, speaking to somebody, speaking out, is for me loving humanity and wanting to help and heal people. Not in a hurtful way, like trying to hurt them, but trying to make them aware of how they hurt me and how they impacted my life and God's mission. And that this is real. And that you are the villain in this story. So you need to work on yourself and you need to heal yourself. And if I didn't say that, and I just walked away, if I said, oh, thank you for your apology, and I walked away, she couldn't get that extra love and attention that I was trying to give to her soul. And by saying it like this and being fake and like loving, and that's not going to pierce her soul in the way that God wants. Because it's a fake emotion. When people are mean and say mean things to you, you don't smile. You don't say, oh, it's okay. That's not real. That's not real. That's you putting on a fake front to deflect what happened and to change it. And to not show your real, true emotions and intentions and what you feel inside. That's fake. It's fake. And I wasn't about to be fake, because I'm not fake. This is how I really feel about this right now, is I'm smiling and I'm happy that I did that. I'm happy that I have this gift and this knowing and this purpose and this path, and her, like, God brought her to me to do the same thing to me, to elevate me. It's reciprocal energy, because I was so scared and I was, so wishy-washy and like not putting my information out to the public. And so that's what happens. He had to bring somebody there to say that I had a demonic episode to make me even more determined to want to do it, because he knew that that would push me more, and that I would stick up for myself, and that it would give me that extra boost of confidence and security and whatever I needed to make it happen. So thank you. I thank her, and I hope she thanks me too someday. I hope that helped her. And so this shows you guys like how this reciprocal energy works, and how God works in placing people on the same path. And he chose that woman. He chose that woman to come to me because she needed healing. So that's like a gift from God to her. So she should feel grateful that God placed a chosen one in her path, and that she was in connection with this whole thing. That's a blessing. So you are blessed when you get to have an experience that calls you out or awakens you in some way. Don't feel bad about yourself and go down into a dark, deep depression. You should use that as a tool to better yourself and heal. That's what this is all about, the Earth Healer movement. So like this video, make a comment in the comment section. I'm getting use the little globe emoji or some heart emoji with it, whatever. Show your love, and write a comment about if somebody has offended you in some way that made you want to stick up for yourself and speak out, and that if that helped you feel more confident about yourself and determined to continue to be that way about yourself, and that know that that's God showing you that that part of yourself is important to your path and your purpose, and that's a part of you that God doesn't want to change. He doesn't want you to change that about yourself. That is a good thing, that you have heart and determination and purpose and whatever it is. So please share this video and share it to all those that you love and care about and want to heal, and share this channel and this message to others, that they should watch and learn and take to heart these messages, that they're very sacred and pure and loving and healing, and that there's so much more to this channel that meets the eye, that's in one message, that there's so much that I talk about, and so many videos that are just so powerful and intense of channeling from spirit, that it blew my mind and made me stop and reflect and be wait, what? This is crazy. But this is God's message. It's not from me. It's not God is using me as a vessel. So have a great day. Peace, love, and light. See you next time. Bye.